Hi, I'm Nathan Muller. I'm a real estate expert. I work with distressed homeowners and distressed mortgages. So today I'm going to talk about dealing with second mortgages on properties that are in foreclosure. So when it comes to these distressed situations, I have to negotiate settlements with everything affecting this property in order to get it to a close. Okay? So a lot of people kind of forget about that second mortgage. They figure, well, second mortgage, there's no equity. They're not going to bother us. Well, sometimes they have different ideas. Sometimes they play hardball. And the public doesn't seem to understand that. You think you have a big problem with the first mortgage, and you do, but there's also equally a difficult problem with the second mortgage. Now, I'll give you an example. I was dealing with a property in Kendall here in Miami, and we had a negotiation going with the first. We were getting great places. We almost had a settlement going on there with the first. Everything was great. I was dealing with the second. Of course, the first would just wipe out the second during a foreclosure, right? But before the homeowner got to me, they had already lost a judgment to the second. So the second mortgage had a judgment already sitting against that homeowner. Now you're thinking, well, what does it matter? Well, we get to trying to settle this thing between the two banks. I had an agreement with the first, trying to get the first to agree to pay something to the second, and they were willing to pay something, but the second wanted their entire judgment. So they can get $10,000 from the closing, but then they wanted the homeowner to sign a promissory note for the balance of their judgment. Yeah, they weren't going to go walking away that easily, so they made it a very difficult situation. That catches a lot of people by surprise. I mean, what are you talking about? Second mortgage can be difficult. Yeah, sometimes they're super difficult, super aggressive. I'm going to show you another example here. Okay, here we go. This is another one. I was working on a property in Coral Springs, and had two mortgages. First mortgage was rather difficult. Boy, probably should make a video on that one. That was a crazy situation. But there was a second mortgage on it, and that was with Celine, and they wanted a ton of money. Surprisingly, if you can see here, they said they'll accept $35,000. $35,000. So many people out there think that the second mortgage is going to take $1,000, $2,000, and be done with it. I'm here to tell you, no, it doesn't always go like that. Sometimes they get like really crazy in demands and want a lot. But they started with a higher amount. I had to get them down to $35,000, and I think I got them a little further than that. But we eventually got it closed. Keep that in mind. These negotiations are more complicated than you realize. I don't want to stress you out, but I'm just trying to get you to understand that there's a lot of complications when it comes to this. Sometimes they're cooperative in the negotiation. Sometimes each negotiation is a fight just to get a number out of them and just to commit to that number. I tell you, it's more complicated than you realize. And that's why I'm making these videos, trying to help the public understand that it sounds simple enough, make a settlement. But who's going to fight to get the settlement? These are fights. I mean, every single one of them is a fight. You need a talent and the background to get this done. So that's why I make these videos. So there it is. If you are in a distressed situation, just give me a call. I'll review your situation and I'll help you out. Okay? Take care.